Hey, this is Ramon Ray with Smart Hustle Magazine. We're at Icon 17 Infusionsoft's big conference, bringing together the users and others. And who are you and who do you work for?
My name is Kasim, rhymes with awesome, and I'm the CEO and founder of Solutions 8, the greatest digital marketing agency on the planet.
The greatest on the planet?
On the planet.
Okay.
Yeah, that's objectively said.
Got it. And the website address is?
SOL8.com. That's SOL, the number 8.com.
Great. And Kasim, one thing you're going to talk about at Infusionsoft is about Facebook marketing. Yep. That's something that zillions and zillions of small businesses know about, want to do, know they need to do. I think you just hit the boost button and you're done, and that's pretty much it. There's no need for you at all. That's it.
That's exactly right.
But seriously speaking, can you drop some science on us and help us understand, in a few minutes, what are some of the key things we need to know? Because that's not what you do about Facebook marketing. Whether I'm a service business product, help us understand at a high level, what's the secrets of Facebook marketing?
Absolutely. The very first thing I'll say is you need to prepare yourself for failure. And I know that sounds really weird, but
sounds bad.
Yeah, if you're not ready to fail, you're going to fail at Facebook marketing. And here's what I mean by that: you are building a bridge as you cross it. So the idea that you're going to place an ad and somebody's going to see the ad and then they're going to buy from you, that's an antiquated paradigm for marketing. Facebook is different. It's disassociated and it's long funnel. So you're trying to earn attention, maybe earn an email address, drip on the email, maintain continuity between the email and the ads, et cetera, et cetera. It ends up getting a little convoluted, but if from a 50,000-foot view, you want to make sure that you're ready and willing to adjust.
So, okay, that's the key word. You're saying when you hit that button first, don't expect to hit it at the park the 2, 3, 4, or 10th time, whatever is that.
The analogy I give, and this might be a bad analogy, I don't know, but imagine if you had to go from LA to Miami without a map.
Okay.
You kind of know that you're going to head east, right? And along the way, you're going to stop and see somebody and ask for directions, and you're going to see a sign, but you're going to, get lost, get turned around, hit a dead end, but you'll just continue to adjust, and at some point, you're finally going to hit Miami. Okay. And once you do that, every subsequent trip is going to get easier and easier and easier. Okay. So, just be ready to fail. And when you find failure, get excited about it.
Okay.
That means you're one step closer to success.
So as you're starting out with your clients, you did your first pre-failure, your first starting out. Yep. What are those things you say, Ramon, here's a few things you got to get right, even before you hit that button? At a high level, what are those basic things that you say, at least let's get this right, or let's try to get it right as we're doing our first ad? We haven't tested yet, but some things you at least have to try to get right. Anything that comes to mind?
Yeah, God, you ask great questions. Well, first, most clients approach us having already failed by going to a different agency. Okay. So that's their first point of failure.
Are you like the most humble guy in the world?
Without question.
Got it.
Yeah.
I figured.
Once we onboard them, I think the first thing that you can get right is compelling content.
Okay.
If people aren't reading your content, then what you have to say isn't applicable to your audience. So before you try to put a lead magnet out there or get an email address or get somebody to buy what you're selling, see if you can just drive eyes to a page.
Got it.
Does what you have to say, does it resonate with your user base? And if it does, then expand on that message. Now, how do we amplify that message so it's something it's a little more tangible, something you can give away, or at some point sell? Yeah, if you can drive viewership, then you're pointed at least in the right direction.
Got it. So now we've taken what Kasim said, we have our copy, maybe is that the right word?
Yeah.
Copy? Okay. We have our copyright and et cetera. And then now we've tested once or twice. Anything else you can suggest? Where do we go from here? I've tried it, I've tweaked it a bit. What are you seeing from your best clients that, hey, here's now the second level, what we're doing for all of them?
Again, great question. It's your standard ascension model. So as soon as you have eyes on the page, you want to figure out what those eyes want in order to give you something. So it ends up becoming a transactional relationship, but the transaction is built in a value-first paradigm. You've provided value first. You're not a vending machine, right? You're not asking for something up front. You've provided value, and then once they've engaged with that value, now you can give them something that requires kind of a give back. So hey, if I give you my download, my white paper, lead magnet, whatever, can I have your email address?
Got it.
And when you do that, really what's interesting about Facebook advertising is the intention is to take the conversation off of Facebook. Because while you're on Facebook, you're distracted, right? I'm competing with so many other better things. I'm stalking ex-girlfriends and looking at puppies, and there's politics to argue about. So if I can get the conversation off of Facebook, I can now contextualize the conversation in a way that's more advantageous to me as the marketer. So you want to make sure that you give them something that's valuable enough to earn their trust. Because when somebody gives you your email address in today's day and age, that's huge. It's huge. So you got to earn it.
And so it seems to me, and these are my words, not yours, but that you're saying Facebook advertising, yeah, not whatever, but do it. But people should focus more on after the Facebook ad. We spend so much time at what I'm hearing, Facebook ad, which has its merits. I'm sure you guys know how to do that. But you're saying not enough of us focus on maybe the funnel, the campaign, the website itself, the landing page, other things beyond it. Is that successful?
Without question. Man, who are you? You just get it. Yeah. Honestly, that's why we use Infusionsoft. Because if I can attract a user on Facebook, people aren't going to, have you ever opened a Facebook ad and bought a $3,000 product.
Never.
Nobody else has either. So we're going to use Facebook in order to drive them into your funnel. It's just a tool. And this weird, Facebook is a magic bullet mecca thing that's going on, it's a lie. They did it with AdWords 15 years ago. That's not the case. You're not just going to have a whole lemming full of leads just march into your funnel.
Sounds like Santa Claus, kind of.
A little bit. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Facebook is not Santa Claus. That's what we're saying.
Anything else? Let's go beyond Facebook. What are you telling, your best clients or worst clients, whatever you wish to use, but with your best clients, what are some things you're telling them as far as digital marketing? What do they need to know? We've heard a lot at Icon, SMS, text, landing pages, squeeze pages. You have to go mobile, a lot. But can you just, the few minutes we have here, what are 2 or 3 more things that every small business owner listening that they might need to know from Kasim, who's with Solutions 8? And that's, what's the website again?
SOL8.com.
SOL8.com. So what are some other things that we should know about digital marketing overall that come to mind? Anything that's important to you?
Again, great question. This is so cliche. Just please don't hate me. Content. Okay. Creating quality content, I think, is the single most important thing a small business owner can possibly do. If you're providing value up front, even if you're not generating billions and billions and billions of eyeballs, everybody wants to go after the masses, right? We all want to be the new Facebook, and that's the wrong way to approach it. Instead, what we need to focus on, what you and I need to focus on, is finding that one person. Find that one person that you can really impact. So figure out, a problem, an issue, a pain point, and create content around that and solve that problem. And if you can reach one person, if you're creating videos, and those videos are getting one view, that's a success if that view is to somebody that you're actually going to serve. Right. So create quality content. Don't try to reach the masses. Instead, create quality content for a niche market that you're really going to be able to impact. Right. And if you can change those people's lives, that's the way to amplify yourself.
I can hear, and last question, Kasim, and I can hear someone saying, though, because I can hear what my audience says before they even see the videos, so I can hear them asking, but Ramon, doesn't quantity matter? The guy over there has 150,000. Gary Vee has 455 billion followers. Kasim has this. I can hear that. So can you demystify or talk to that about numbers? Does that matter in some way, shape, or form? Meaning, okay, so help balance that for us.
You don't get to be Gary Vee overnight. Gary Vee is 20 years in the making, and Gary Vee started, have you seen Gary Vee's first video? It's awesome. Yeah. Gary Vee started with 1 viewer at a time.
Or anybody else who's big like that at Icon. They have 10,000 Twitter followers, whatever.
Ryan's here today. Ryan, by the way, is if I were a stalker, he would be my subject. Like, I'm obsessed with the dude. I think he's brilliant. If you see Ryan's first videos, they're laughable. And I say that with love because I think the guy's amazing. You start with one person at a time. And all of us want to get out there and just knock it out of the park and get 100,000 views. That's not going to happen. You're never going to go viral. Don't expect that to be a part of your business plan. Instead, earn every single individual viewer. And then you're going to look back in 20 years and be like, wow, I've got 100,000 people. But you know what you're going to be doing then? You're going to want 1 million. And when you hit 1 million, you're going to want 100 million. It's never going to be enough. My point is just look at the ladders as part of the journey. Because if you just look at the end result, you're never going to do it. You're going to get discouraged and you're going to stop.
Love it. Thank you, Kasim. One more time, give us your full name, company you're with, and website address, please.
Kasim Aslaim, Solutions8, SOL8.com. Really appreciate this, man. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm Ramon Ray with Smart Hustle Magazine.